Good afternoon, students. So, today we are going to discuss chapter number 18, that is pollution. So, the word pollution is very much important as we humans are making the environment unsuitable for the sustainable. Sustainable means the nature, it has provided us with various things, whatever the required things, as for example air, water, food. So these all things we get it from the nature, and as we all know, Earth is the only planet in the solar system which has a correct proportion, a correct amount of air, water and other related gases, which helps it in the survival. Rest in other planets, yes, we can say that in other planets also other gases are there, as for example oxygens are there, carbon dioxide is there and other few gases. Water is also present in other planets, but in a very trace amount, that is in very negligible amount, whereas Earth is the only planet where you find atmosphere, atmosphere you can find in other planets also, but in a correct proportion, in a correct amount. It has a presence of water. Atmosphere itself means air, water is also there, whereas in other planets we can't find water. So there is no air cycle and no water cycle. There is no air cycle and water cycle. So we have air and water cycle. Then we have vegetation. Vegetation means mostly plants, which provide us with food, with shelter, and other related things. So these things we mostly get it from where? The surface of the earth. That means air. Atmosphere, mostly air is there. Water is very necessary to regulate the atmospheric temperature, and for survival also, or you can say for transportation of food materials. Water. Then we have vegetation, mostly plants. So vegetation means the growth of the plants, and the growth of the plants mostly take place in the soil or land. So these all things, that means air, water and land and soil, is very much important for our survival. But what are we doing? We are making it pollution. We are making it not suitable. That means we are polluting it. We are polluting the air. How we are polluting the air? We are polluting the air by burning fuels, in an excessive amount. If you use the technology in a correct way, it's not any problem. There will be no problem. But we are using excessively, air. Then you can say the factories, industries, rise in or increase in the factories and industries. Then water, we are polluting water. We are polluting water by what? By throwing waste in it, by throwing sewage, and by throwing dirts and it, these things. Then we have soil and land. Soil and land also we are making it very much dirty, by various chemicals, by various solvents, etc. So in this chapter we are going to talk about pollution of air and water, mostly air and water. So before that we must know what do you mean by pollution. So the basic definition of pollution is the contamination of the natural resources is termed as pollution. Is termed as pollution. The contamination of environment with harmful substance. Contamination of environment by harmful substance. Harmful substance. Mostly toxic. Mostly toxic. Toxic means poisonous. Okay. Harmful due to certain natural phenomena and human activities. Due to human activities. Okay, is termed as pollution or is called pollution. Okay, that means the contamination of the environment. Environment can be anything. The things surrounding us are called environment. It can be land, it can be air, it can be water, it can be anything which is present in the earth. Okay, by harmful substance. Harmful substance means the substance can be anything. It can be natural also, it can be artificial also. Natural in the sense carbon dioxide. Okay, due to human activities. Due to human activities means the things that human do are called pollution. Is called pollution. Okay, so this is the definition of pollution. And any substance that cause pollution. Okay, this substance, the word which we described as harmful substance which causes pollution, which causes substance which causes pollution is called pollutant, is called pollutants. Okay, is called pollutants. So the substance which causes pollution, okay, is called pollutant. Okay, think about the term. Don't get confused with pollutants and pollution. Pollutants and pollution. Okay, so substance becomes pollutant when its concentration increases beyond a certain permissible limit. That means it's not that due to natural process. As for example, the carbon dioxide is released by plants in the environment. Okay, but it is natural process, but it has certain limit. As we all know, less than 1% carbon dioxide is present in the atmosphere. Okay, that means in atmosphere almost nitrogen is present, 78%, oxygen 21%, and rest this carbon dioxide, argon, neon, other gases, okay, is 1%. So this 1% is naturally, but what happens when we increase this carbon dioxide? It causes pollution. It causes pollution. So certain limit is okay, but after that is said to be pollutants. Okay. For example, all fertilizers are helpful in increasing the crops, yes, but when used in excess, they contaminate ground and surface water. As for example, the example has been given in a book, fertilizers. So fertilizers are very much important for the growth of the plant. Okay, that means to extract the nutrients from the soil. Fertilizers are good, but what happens if you use excessive? Okay, if excessive fertilizers are used, the useful chemicals, the useful nutrients get destroyed, and that's similar, and that result in what? The land pollution. That result in land pollution. So it should be used in a limited way. That means permissible way. Okay, it's not that you simply use it. Even simple example if you give, okay, if you eat more food, more oily food, what will happen? You will not be fit. Okay, cholesterol level will increase, your obesity, you will have an obesity. Okay, that means increase in the weight. Okay, indigestion problem will be there. So there will be various complication in your body. So basically we have different types of pollutants. Pollutants can be of many types. So we will talk about different types of pollutants. So pollutants are of many types. Number one, gaseous pollutants. So what do you mean by gaseous pollutants? Okay, so gaseous pollutants means those pollutants which are in the form of gases, Okay, so as I told that the atmosphere contains many types of gases. Okay, some are beneficial for us, that means for humans, that is oxygen, and some are beneficial for what? For the plants, that is carbon dioxide. Okay, so we will take in terms of humans first of all. Okay, so all pollutants which are in the gaseous state are called gaseous pollutants. That means all pollutants which are in the gaseous states are called gaseous pollutants. Example, carbon monoxide, it is a form of carbon dioxide also. Okay, that means CO. Carbon dioxide is also there, CO2. Okay, it is form of what you can say, oxides of carbon. Then oxides of sulfur, nitrogen, oxides of sulfur, nitrogen. Okay, that means sulfur dioxide, okay, nitrogen sulfide, okay, attached. So these all are gaseous pollutants. Carbon monoxides, carbon dioxides, that means oxides of carbon, sulfur and nitrogen you can write. Okay, in a simple way you can write oxides of carbon, sulfur and nitrate. Then you have chlorine gas also, okay, it is also a type of gaseous pollutants. Okay, sulfur, nitrogen. Second one, we have particulate pollutions. What do you mean by particulate pollutions? Particulate pollutants. So number one was gaseous pollutants, oxides of carbon, sulfur, nitrogens or nitrates you can write. Okay, then chlorine gas, and we have also that comes in nitrates also only. Okay, nitrates only, that means urine gas. Second one, particulates pollutants. Very small particles of solid and liquids suspended in the air are called particulates pollutants. That means they are not in gaseous form and they are not in liquid and solid phase. Okay, that means pollutions of liquid and solid. Pollutants of liquid and solid are called particulate pollutants. Most particulates have particle size ranging from 0.1 micrometer to 10 micrometer. Okay, this particle creates haziness in the atmosphere and causes air pollution. Okay, we have learned or we have observed that polythene plastic causes pollution. That means the things that you buy from market, okay, the vendors or the shopkeepers, they will give you in a polythene bag. Okay, but if polythene is banned, it causes pollution. So why we are still using it? Actually, the permissible level, that means the micro level, okay, it has a size. Okay, it has a size, that means 0.1 micrometer, that means micrometer, it has a size. So less than 0.1 micrometer is, that doesn't cause any pollution. But it is, if it is more, then we can say that it is harmful for the environment. It is harmful for the environment. Okay, so this size is permissible, less than 0.01 micrometer is permissible. So some common particles present in the atmosphere or air are dust, smoke, fumes. Okay, example are dust, smoke, fumes. We have more example: insecticides, cement dust, pollen grains. Cement dust, pollen grains. We have various bacteria and fungi also. Bacteria and fungi also, which act as a pollutants. So we have dust, as we can see in our daily life. Okay, dust are present all in the environment. Smoke is there, smoke from what you can say, the wood, okay, firewood, wood, smoke from the vehicles, smoke from the factories, industries, fumes also. Then insecticides means the chemicals that is used to kill the insects. That means cement dust, as we all know, for the development, construction is most important, and for construction cement is mostly preferred. So cement dust is also a type of particulate pollutants. Then we have pollen grains, bacteria and fungi as a pollutants. So although the metallic particles are present in very low concentrate, some of them are very harmful to the living organisms. The two metals which are extremely harmful are lead and mercury. Okay, metals, mostly lead and mercury, they are very much harmful for human beings. These lead, they are mostly present in various types of chemicals. Okay, as for example, oil paints. Okay, then mercury is also, it is also present in what you can say, various types of it is contaminated. Okay, mostly I will talk about mercury. I have one example. Okay, mostly lead and mercury are mostly present in oil paints. Oil paints means mostly used for what you can say, the chemicals used to beautify our homes. Okay, beautify our homes. So as we all know, these oil paints, when you smell it, it have a harsh smell. Okay, the smell of that oil paints is very much hard, and That is due to the presence of lead and mercury. Okay, and when these chemicals are mixed in water, okay, mixed in water, it's a very interesting thing. Okay, just understand, when these oil paints or the chemicals mixed with lead are mixed in water, and as you all know, in water fishes are also there. So those fishes which takes in water for respiration, present in the water, okay, oxygen present in the oxygen water, when it takes some amount of lead in it. Okay, after that these leads get accumulated in the muscles, that means the flesh of the fishes. And when people what do fishing, or they take fish from the water bodies and sold it in the market, that is again consumed by human beings, and that leads to various types of digestive problems, okay. So that is in terms of lead, mercury is a liquid metal, as we all know, it is a liquid metal, okay, and it is very much dangerous. If a small amount of mercury gets into your mouth, okay, it directly goes in the brain, and there it accumulates and blocks the what? Blood vessels, resulting in a not a constant death, but we can say slow death, resulting in a slow death. The person loses its memory, okay, and obviously when memory loses, it becomes very hard to recover it. So mercury and leads are very much dangerous metals, So the inhalation of small particles over a longer period of time may cause scarring or fibrosis of the lungs lining, leading to a disease called pneumoconiosis. So in factories, mostly in factories means what type of factories? Where there is lead and mercury, where there is a presence of lead and mercury. So what happens at these places? The people who work there, after a longer period of time, they get the lung disease known as so this is the name of the disease. This is the name of the disease. Okay, what type of disease is this? This is the type. It is a type of lung disease. Okay, so people mostly in factories where this lead and mercury are used, after a certain time or after a longer period of time, they suffer from these diseases. Okay, so it is the what you can say longest name. Okay, longest name of the disease. Okay, it's pneumono-ultramicroscopic silicovolcanosis. Okay, volcanosis. It is the type of disease. Okay, caused due to lead and mercury. So now let's move to another type of pollutants. That is biodegradable and non-biodegradable pollutants. Okay, we talked about gaseous pollutants, we talk about particulates pollutants, So gaseous pollutants means mostly composed of gases, particulate pollutants means mostly composed of liquids and solid. Okay, then third we have non biodegradable pollutants. Non biodegradable pollutants, those pollutants which are non biodegradable. Non biodegradable means actually the pollutants, the fruits or the vegetable peels, okay, peels that you throw outside, they are also pollutants, but they are biodegradable pollutants. They get degraded after in a shorter period of time. So the substance which are not broken down by term to simpler and harmless substance by the action of water, soil and or enzyme are called non biodegradable substance. Okay, that means a substance which do not break into simpler V, okay, are called non biodegradable. That means plastics, example we have mercury, lead, arsenic, insecticides, pesticides, DDT, okay, they are non degradable, okay, non biodegradable. Then at last we have biodegradable. Okay, example we have lead, DDT, pesticides, etc. Okay, we can also include here polythene bags, okay, plastic bags, plastic also you can include. The last one is biodegradable pollutants. So biodegradable means opposite to non biodegradable. So the substance which are broken down to simpler and harmless substance, okay, substance which are broken down into simpler and harmless substances, okay, by the action of air, water and other environmental factors are said to be biodegradable pollutants. Example, vegetable, fruits and vegetables peels. Fruits and vegetable peels you can find. Even paper also. Okay, paper are also biodegradable pollutants. Okay, so this was all about different types of pollutants.